We are live! Woohoo! Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Tackle Talk. That's right, it's your boy Beards coming in on a Tuesday, 7:15. Let's give a shout out to everybody in the chat. We've got Kristen J, Vericycle Jeff, Shawanda, C Dutch, Stream Elements Bot. What? Yeah, that's right. They all showed up today, boys and girls. All right. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully. We'll find out here in just a second. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm liking the new lights, man. I don't even want to tell you how these things are mounted up there. It is absolute chaos. Uh-oh. Screen's bitrate is lower than recommended. Uh-oh. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. Now it's just good. Oh, boy, these guys. Hold on, you guys. This is going to kill me. I don't want to even see this thing anymore. And we can do that on the fly. All right, so what are you guys doing, man? Listen, tonight we are going to talk about something. We're gonna get real serious on some things here, you guys. Sorry, my lighting's all crazy. All right, hold on. Let me turn some stuff off. These things are just too powerful on the one side. Oh, look at that, you guys. It's like little lights everywhere. Like, I've got buttons and stuff I can push. I've been having a good time, man. We're building something pretty neat here. Everyone is doing well. I'm glad everybody's doing good. For some reason, like I said, oh no, don't do that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Hold on, you guys. All right. I don't know. We'll let this whole thing sort itself out. It's nothing I'm doing, I hope. Hopefully you guys aren't getting spinny wheels of death. I don't even know what's going on. All right, but let's get into this. Either way, guys, got a serious topic for this evening's conversation, you guys. What's the best bait to catch fish? You know, all the way around. Depending on where you live, you guys, you're going to find out that one of the things that I've noticed, and I'm starting to think this might be kind of a pattern, is everybody has a different favorite bait. Now, granted, it might not always work for them. It might just be the one that they've caught their biggest fish on. But what's interesting about it is if you ask people what their favorite bait is, the majority of people, let's just say we took 100 people, we might find like 5, maybe 6 that say the same thing. And I'm noticing that. Some people swear by A-rigs, you know, some people swear by stick baits. Gary Yamamoto's people, they'll tell you straight up, you know, that's the #1 rated fishing lure in the history of the world is the old Gary Yamamoto. Oh, what is going on here? Oh, wow, this thing's nuts. There we go. Oh, wow. Sorry, guys. Other people will tell you, you know, it's the Rapala stick bait. Other people will tell you it's the frog. Other people are going to tell you it's some type of spinner bait, you know, or Ned rig. I mean, they're going to come up with every kind of different thing in the world that's going to be their favorite bait, you know, or the one they catch fish on. So, guys, let me ask you something. Real interesting situation here. What's your favorite bait? What's the one that you've caught your biggest fish on? Tonight we're going to do a little bit of interacting. Hopefully we've still got this stream running. It says, I don't even know if we're live. I have no idea what's going on. I don't have my phone, so I can't tell you. Let's do this. Hold on, you guys. I don't have my phone in here. I suck at this. Just letting you know I suck at this. I don't have my phone in here. I suck. Okay, I suck at this. Just letting you know I suck. All right, we're still on here, so that's a good thing. All right, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think if we all spend a little bit of time and we learned from each other. I don't have a chat, guys. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I have no idea. Let me see something here. This just got crazy. Hold on. There we go. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. Ugh. Absolute madness, man. Everything just disappeared. YouTube just decided I wasn't allowed to see anything anymore. And here, I'll show you. I'll show you. We'll do it like this, you guys. All right, so all right. Okay, guys, this is what I'm looking at, man. This is what it looks like to me. I can't tell at all what is going on with you guys. So this is an interesting thing to have happen. So I thought that was a bit crazy. You know what I mean? Now I've got to pull a different chat, which rearranged all my buttons. It's just, you know, it's that kind of day. It's that kind of day. Let's do this a little bit different. I think we're blowing this episode up here, guys. So let's just switch it right over. Let's do this. Let's give the ladies what they want, which is not a blank screen. But that's what you're gonna get for a second, ladies. Hold on. We'll switch it up. We'll go to the socks cam. My favorite bait is a master bait. Yeah, Outlaw Bud, I don't know what just happened, but all I'm going to tell you, this whole episode just went real quick down. Everything went crazy. YouTube just decided I wasn't putting out the bit rate that it wanted and just gnashed that right off there. I've lost everything. But it's cool. We're rolling on. So there's the socks cam. There you go. For all those that were wondering. I got another pair of socks, man. I'm really excited about showing you guys those. But I've got this whole commercial that I already wrote, and I've memorized it, and you guys have no idea. If I can accidentally find me a 5-pound bass in my future, or plus, I'd like to find double digits would sell them socks like there ain't no tomorrow. But there is a pair of secret socks that are still yet to be unveiled for those of you that were wondering. And that's going to be tight. Like, you don't even know. The commercial is going to be epic. The commercial is going to be epic. But guys, back to what we were talking about, man. What's your favorite bait? Let's throw something in the chat. Rooster tail? Let's see. Where are we at? Who's throwing what? I know Buddy's just going to put Big Easy Gambler. Because that's always been that, or the mag speed burner worm that's a toss up. That's a tough one though, man. That's a tough one. Like if you just had one rod, one reel, one bait, and the bait was specific to that rod and reel, and you're like, that's the one. Like I throw that one catches me fish. So if that one doesn't do anything, nothing happens. Jeff, yeah, update. You're not kidding, Jeff. I know exactly what you're talking about. For some reason, everything... I've been on the computer about 3-4 hours today. I was doing some other stuff. Here, I'll show you guys what I've been doing. So I've been doing stuff like this. And, nope, nope. Nope, nope. There it is. See it? So I've been just doing little silly stuff like this all day, man, and trying to get, you know, little things done, getting everything back on track. Ever since the OBS update, it's been a little crazy. Now things aren't reacting appropriately. Yeah, live streaming's fun. Yeah, bud, you're going to know it. You're going to know it quick. Like I said, I can't even get this chat to come up again. So we're going to close that out. Hold on. Yeah, so like I said, man, let's see what happens here when I do this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There it is. I don't even know if that did anything. If I had one rod, it'd be burner worm. All right, we're back. All right, everything appears to be fixed, you guys. I just had to do one thing. I just went ahead and refreshed. So whatever's whatever on that one. You'd have to say burner worm. Yeah, or the big swing. But I was thinking the same thing, man. I was thinking if I had to throw one, would it be that jackall? Like if it was just, here it is, bud. Like you're gonna get your pick of the fish in this lake. But the catch is you only get to bring one rod, one reel, and one bait. You know what I mean? You don't get a bunch of them. You just get that one. So if versatility comes in, that's another thing you guys got to look at. I know when I fish with Buddy, and he'll tell you the same thing. If you're not burning through a bag of burner worms, dude, there ain't no fish where you're at. Because I can tell you right now, I know we've gone through a bag. Sometimes I've seen him go through a full bag. I ran out 8 on a 20-pack one time. Was about the best I ever did on that burner worm. But I watched Buddy go through about a full pack. And I mean, that's 20 worms, and he was killing it that day, man. Killing it. But you know, then again, if you only get to bring one, see, that's kind of where I'm going with this. If you only get to bring one, like if you really had to do it just the one time, what is your go-to where you live? What is your confidence bait? Jackall's good, but only if you had one. Yeah, no kidding, bud. No kidding. Any bait works as long as you just cast an outlaw spot. You know what, Jeff? That's not funny, Jeff. But it has been known to happen. I've seen it on video, Jeff. Hey, listen. If it ain't a giant, buddy, it's no fish at all. And I'll say, what you guys are watching right now, what's up, Arif? What you guys are watching right now behind us in the background there, this is the adventure that we just went on just recently. This was the Instapoga. This is what Instapoga looks like. That's what I do. That's exactly what I do. He said, just wait for me to miss it and pitch in. And I do too. I pitch in all soft. It barely makes it, it ain't even a plop when it hits the water. So the fish is just like, oh, I'm eating that. So yeah, it's one of my skills, man. I can put it right where you missed it every single time. You know, as I said, guys, this is Instapoga. This was the adventure that we just recently went on. That's a buddy Ryan and Bill. They had the same day we had, all hopes and dreams. And this was one of those days where I thought to myself, man, you know what I need? I need to throw my number 1 bait. And if I don't catch anything on that, buddy, then there ain't no fish in this lake. And I did. And buddy will tell you, I threw my go-to, which I know what you guys are thinking. It's a 3-inch worm. That's the one you always get it on. No, man. It's the Z-Man Jackhammer. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to the regular screen. I can't do that with this one. The Jackhammer. I know you guys know about this one. You've seen me throw it. You've seen me throw it 100,000 times. I'd have to say that if I was looking for versatility, and being able to work a lure in any depth area, I'm probably going to stick with a bladed jig. Not just a standard jig, because I sometimes you're going to need that vibration, you know, and if you picked a standard jig, you wouldn't have that vibration. But at the same time, people say, oh, well, you know, you might just want to throw the jig then. You don't always need the blade. Well, we've talked about this a bunch of times, you guys. Your retrieve, how you bring it back to the boat, leaving most of the time depressed. Yeah. When you talk about the retrieve and bringing it back to the boat, when you talk about the versatility of something like a bladed jig, you not only have the ability to run through the 3 cadences, and you guys know what I'm talking about. There's the burn it, you know, which will get a lot of, depending on the trailer that you use, get a lot of side-to-side action. And if you can cover 2 to 3 inches side-to-side with a bladed jig, that's a pretty impressive bit of sway. And that's going to look like a searching fish. And that's one of the keys to the big swim baits. If you get a big swim bait that's got a real nice tuck to it, you know, a real nice big wide S, maybe 8-10 inches off the line on each side, yeah, that thing's going to get hit quite a bit. It's going to give a really good representation or imitation of a searching fish. One of the things that you have to remember, though, is that this challenge that we're talking about here, this philosophical moment in our fishing, is going to end up being just the one thing. It's just the one bait. So I've got the burn it. I can do an off cadence. I can do a drag and drop where I just occasionally pull up on this bait and it gets a couple of flutters as I'm lifting my rod, and then I nose down again, taking a little bit of that slack so it gets a little dredge action like it was a small bait fish just rummaging across the bottom. I try to think in that much versatility. And this Instapoga trip that we just took, it taught me a very, very, very valuable lesson about fishing. It taught me that no matter what my go-to bait is, that no matter how many rods and reels I bring, no matter how many times I tell myself that today's gonna be different, nothing can prepare you for the skunk. I mean, it's a hard one, folks. It is a very difficult thing to experience when you're getting just straight slammed all day long. If it's not the wind, it's the sun. And if it's not the sun, it's the lack of fish. Your hands are all stressed out, your shoulders tired. But guys, sometimes there's just no fish in them lakes. Now this one right here, like I said, Instapoga, they said there was some fish in this lake. I'm sure back in some of this other stuff here, that's all airboat trail. Guys, there's like less than a foot of water. Everywhere that you can see in there is maybe 9 inches, 12 inches. There might be a little run that's 15 inches deep, but you're talking inches. You're not getting back in there. Not realistically, not safely, and not without having to get out of your boat and somehow jimmy or push yourself back out, because you're not running the main motor. Trolling motor you could probably keep up, but you're going to end up running that keel. That's the only thing about fishing areas like this. And, you know, Buddy and I decided it wasn't time to do anything like that. We were not going to go swimming to get the boat. Now, listen, if it was fire day and it was absolutely the best thing in the world, was just, you know, we were crushing it. We were 2 bags of worms in, you know, the big swim baits are killing it. And, you know, we're picking through. We're trying to figure out what's not catching fish at that point. Yeah, that might work out for us, but that wasn't the day that we had. So realistically, you're not going to, I didn't think it was the best idea. I kind of messed with Buddy. We were talking about it today. I messed with him a little bit about, hey, maybe we should pull back. I bet there's some big fish back in that spot right there. And he's like, dude, and he goes to reach his rod down. And when the third eye on your bait caster is barely in the water, yeah, no, we were sitting exactly where you wouldn't want to be. You can use fish sonar in shallow waters. Well, considering the draft on that boat is 18 inches to the transmitter, I think it was 18 inches or something like that on the back of the boat. I doubt that's going to work. There's really nothing you can do in areas like that as far as your electronics on the boat. And even though we had everything set on my app, we even looked at it on my app. I readjusted for the water levels and everything like that, and it didn't matter. That lake was like 2.5, 3 feet down. And the worst part about fishing in a lake that's 3 foot down was, what are those, booger whippers? Booger whippers, that kind of vegetation is those fish, if they are tucked in there, they're tucked back in there 8, 10, 12 yards back. You know, you're pretty much busting through and then just flipping a heavy 1 ounce weight and jigging it 2, 3, 4, 10, 25 times and hoping something grabs it. Now, granted, if you do hit something, it's probably going to be a beast. It's probably going to have a little bit of weight to it. But realistically, guys, what this episode is about is it more important to have versatility, or is it more important to have the pizzazz? And what I mean by that is, like, everybody's got like that one bait where it's like, man, if this thing hooks up, and they're kind of talking about the you know, those big swim baits. I watched Oliver Energy have a little dispute on Instagram the other day with a guy that was like, man, you just throw them big swim baits all day and sometimes you don't catch nothing. And he's like, yeah, and then sometimes I catch just mounds of giant fish. You know, you pull a 10, 12 pounder, I'll cast all day. I would say I would spend an 8-hour day casting the same bait out on the water if I had chances on like an 8, 10, 12 pound fish, for sure. So I totally get why some people do it. I don't know, man. I've always wondered what's better. You know, is it better to have that one big fish all day or to catch fish all day? So again, if I had to catch fish with one lure that I'm not only is it my confidence lure, but I also know that it's very versatile, I'd pick something like a bladed jig myself. Time of the year, you can work it and all. I haven't fished up north in the colds in years. I hear some of those guys up north Georgia and North Carolina, South Carolina areas, even parts of northern Texas get pretty chilly. Texas is probably on the bucket list, though. I'm going to try to get out to Texas in the next 3 years for sure. Cybonut, what's going on, buddy? And Rod Slug's late to the party, but he's here too. Hey, welcome, bud. So that's one of the things I ask myself is what would be my choice. And again, like I said, I think I would stick with a bladed jig, only because all the different ways that I could utilize that one particular bait. And again, is it my confidence bait? Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. And I think a lot of people would pick the same thing. They'd be like, well, you know, I think I'll take this bait. I think I'll take that bait. And I'm like, you know, I get it. Until this situation arises, you know what I mean? And then what are you going to do? So versatility, having that one bait in your repertoire, one that you know you can work 100 different ways, and something that'll not only trigger a strike but still give you the ability to fish it no matter what the circumstance. You know, a lot of things that I've noticed is I mean, my hookup percentage on treble hooks is good. Okay, real good. But then again, my hookup percentage on treble hooks around vegetation, sticks, brush, tree limbs, it's good. Real good. Oh yeah, I love me some drone footage, man. That was what this whole day turned into, is just, you know what? I'll just fly the drone. I took probably 3 breaks on this fishing day because I was just physically and mentally exhausted. The 10:30 clock came around. We didn't catch any fish by 10:30. And then we fished an area. Buddy pulled us off to go fish an area we were just at, and then took us back to the area that we were just at before that. And every time we showed up at a new spot, we were like, oh man, this time it's going to be different. I'm telling you, the whole lake switched up. Everything's going to be different. And it wasn't. It was not different. It was not as exciting as we thought it was going to be. That part sucked, just so we're clear on that. But I mean, you can't really blame anybody, man. I mean, that's a lot of lake. To say there was no fish in that lake, I don't think there was. The chances of there being no fish, I doubt that. But the chances of there being, I don't know, 1 or 2 places in that lake that we might have fished, yeah, probably. That probably would have been a better idea, would have been to keep searching. But in reality, man, it wasn't even where there was nothing. You guys look, there's nothing there. You know what I mean? We're just literally in the middle of just places with booger whippers, and that's what we had. Every once in a while, we'd pop into some boogie whips and just try. But realistically, that's a rough lake, bud. Okay, excellent, Rod. I'm so glad you said that. Rod said, should have brought some minnows. You know, Rod, as funny as that sounds, we were traveling back to the boat ramp. We get on the ramp. The boys are all over there talking, kind of razzing on Ryan. And next thing you know, dude comes up and says, how'd y'all do? We're like, not a bite, buddy. Not a single one. He's like, yeah, us either. I said, you know, one of those days you should have brought shiners. He said, we did, 3 dozen. So I guess Buddy sold him 3 dozen shiners, told him he caught so many fish in an hour that he just had to, he gave up. He had 19 fish in an hour. Another guy hit 27 pounds on 5 fish in the last tournament. I'm like, oh, Buddy, that's the kind of lake I want a shot at. You know, that could be fun. They're 5-pound averages. Let's do this. You know what I mean? No, I think the birds might have got all those fish, because that's the other thing we did not see was birds. We saw like 1 snake bird all day, and that's usually a dead giveaway for like signs of life. We saw 1 bait fish that was about 2 inches long, which got me thinking I should have brought 2-inch baits, but that wasn't the point. The point was we literally seen 1 bait fish. You know, Jeff, it's funny you say that. I had the goof last time we scheduled the Peacock trip, but I know we've been talking about it, and I'm pretty sure if we do pull it, we're gonna end up going down and doing Peacock. I think that would be but Bud, listen, those fish move, and a lot of people don't realize that. Yeah, there's no birds, no fish. Yeah, no, I agree, Cybonut. Those fish move. The clown knives move. The peacocks move. You know, we go down there. It's a little bit different because we're live baiting. I'm sure we could find something. But again, you can get skunked live baiting too now. Don't think for a second those fish haven't moved out, away, gone somewhere. Oh, those are mobile fish for sure. They set up in certain areas sometime, but they're mobile fish. I don't know. We'll find out, man. We'll find out. I would love to go fishing like soon, but I don't know. I don't know, man. You know how it goes. Life gets fast. All right, so some of you guys, man, tell me, what's your favorite bait? What's your go-to bait? Some of you guys put it in. Outlaw already gave us his. OM Fishing gave us his favorite bait. And I know a lot of you guys are not really fishermen. I don't think Kristen J finds herself wandering around fishing too much. Cybo Nut, you're a busy man right now. You're doing all kinds of stuff. I don't know how often you're out there grabbing up a fishing rod. Probably not anytime soon. Jeff, I know you fish. Reef, I don't know if you do much fishing. But Shawanda, you might be fishing. You know. Oh, by the way, shout out to Shawanda. She finally turned 18, boys. 18 years of age. We can now tell her congratulations, Shawanda. You are a consenting adult. Happy birthday. No, she's not 18. That was a joke. She's close, though. 21. And some viewers are going to experience buffering. Imagine that. Imagine that. YouTube just let me know. Oh, you gotta love those updates, boys and girls. They will get you. All right, let's see. A Plow Jockey scented worm. Oh my God, what is that? All right, there's the refresh. It only take. No, it's not on your end, Jeff. It's YouTube, dude. Something's going on because it keeps dropping in and out, and it's not on my end because I'm looking at my stuff, and my stuff's all golden grams. This thing is something that came on as soon as the stream started. It's probably all the other big streamers sucking up the airways. A reef you've never fished, dude. Oh no, buddy, put that on your list of things to learn because you can learn a lot about yourself by what type of fisherman you are. I can tell you that right now. All right, I want to look at a Plow Jockey scented worm. Hold on. I'm looking this up. I got to see this thing. Unless you're just playing a trick on me, bud, which you probably are. I'm not going to show you. Holy crap, this thing's real. Oh my God, I'm showing you guys. Come on, let's do this. All right, hold on. All right, let's do it. All right, you guys. So this is a Plow Jockey worm. Look at this thing. Let's look at this. Is this the thing that wiggles? Yep, right there. Huh. No kidding. And it's got all them hooks in it. Can you guys see that thing? Look at that thing's got 1, 2, 3 hooks in it. And it looks real. It's got an egg sac and everything. I bet you could put a little air in there with a hypodermic needle and put a little weight on the front of that. And buddy, I bet that thing would be fire. Just a small pegged bullet weight up about a foot. With, like I said, I'd inject some air in that. Maybe stick a rattle in the tail. That is a genius little lure. A Plow Jockey, huh? Well, you learn something every day, don't we? How about that? All right, anybody else? Let's go back in here. Let's see who we got here. That Plow Jockey, that was pretty cool, man. If out on saltwater, I like ballyhoo. All right, let's look at that one now. Let's see what a ballyhoo is. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, don't ask me what's going on here with me and my ability to press buttons. Let's see, ballyhoo, B-A-L-L-Y-H-O-O. Boy, looky here, a ballyhoo. Look at this, you guys. We're learning about all kinds of stuff. Is this one of them big skirt hooks? Yeah, there it is. Look at that, you guys. It appears to be some type of pinfish with a big squid set up here. Oh, you guys can't see that. Hold on. Can I move this thing? Can I move me? Can I do something? I gotta be able to see this thing here. Hold on. All right, there it is. Can you guys see that thing? That's a ballyhoo. Pretty cool. Never seen that before. All right, let's see. Let's see who's got the next one. Rooster tail. Let's see what a rooster tail is. Stick a rattle in there. Yep. You know the deal, buddy. Let's see what a rooster tail is. Oh, the old school. Gotcha. That's an effective bait too, man. Rooster tail is a term used in fluid dynamics, automotive gear shifting, and meteorology. Oh, okay. Well, never mind, because that's not at all what we were going for. What we were going for is the original rooster tail. Look at that, boys. Yeah, it's a $4 lure, but I bet it works too. Since the 1950s, the original rooster tail. Look at that, guys. That's a pretty good choice. Got a little bit of exposed hook back there. You catch fish on exposed hook, don't we? Yes, we do. Look at that. All right. Oh, you guys did. Sorry. I got to hit the transition button, dude. Everything's all jacked up. It used to be set on buttons, and now it's not. It's getting worse. That would be better. It does work for walleye, I'm sure. Reef says, I see people fish the canal near where I live sometimes. Yeah, Reef, you gotta be careful. You don't want to eat nothing out of the canal, though. I'm pretty sure. It just depends on where your canal is, but don't eat nothing out of there. That's probably not a good idea. Yeah, guys, sometimes it's just about little hacks. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just about little hacks and little things that you can add to a bait, and that makes it, okay, saltwater double bucktail or Hawkeye. All right, let's see it. I got to see this now. Now it sounds like you're pulling my leg with a saltwater double bucktail, whatever. What did he say? Saltwater double bucktail or Hawkeye. Got it. Saltwater double. Oh God. Bucktail. All right, we're looking at it. Hold on. Oh, you want a double showgirl bucktail? Is that what you were looking for? Because we got one of those right here. Hold on. We'll put it up on the big screen. That is the Musky Mayhem double showgirl bucktail. I mean, this thing's got diamonds. It is a fancy. Woo, looky there. Looky there. It's got bling on it. Oh, you're not getting nothing from me, buddy. But hold on, that wasn't just it, you guys, because then I seen the Musky Mayhem double cowgirl bucktail, and I was like, I'm sold. I'm sold on it. Let's make it happen. Looky here. That thing there is fancy too. Look. That is the double buck cowgirl back nasty mayhem tackle thing. Look at this thing's got two big hooks on it. Two big sets of trebles dangling. And what are you guys catching with these things now? Let me ask you that. What are you guys catching with stuff like that? Because that is a rip, dude. Some of these things are neat. Kill the crappie with the rooster tails. Yeah, I bet you do, bud. And some of the smaller bass and stuff. If you got warmouth in your area, I'm sure that's an effective bait for warmouth, because that's a small enough bait. It doesn't look very upsetting. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Arif. Shopping carts is my favorite one. That's the biggest fish down in the canals where we were fishing in South Florida is old shopping cart row. Because, buddy, let me tell you, you get down there, you think you got the biggest fish. When you go to set that hook and it just goes, and you're like, oh, yeah. And then you realize, and then you find out you're in a shopping cart. That's how you find out you're in the shopping cart. That's the worst part about that adventure. Anybody else want to talk about their favorite lures, guys? Throw it in the chat. Let's check it out. I want to look at some of these things. I don't think I can get away with fishing any of these things in Florida. I might try that double reverse cowgirl bucktail thing. That was pretty neat. I might see what that does. Probably not where I fish normally, but I might try that in some open water. I've been waiting to get into, people have been doing a lot of talking about the hair jigs, the slow fall hair jigs in the deeper water, man. I think I might take a trip over the deep water next time I go out on Harris. I think that might be a lot of fun. Mark Pappas, thanks for hanging out, man. Just doing some work, man. Just doing some work. I hear you, brother. I know how those days go, man. I've been there. My fingers still work. You know what I'm saying? I remember those days. All I know is everything in my house is Fiskars. Everything. If it's cuts, it's Fiskars. Just, I can't get away from, man. I had that Fiskars titanium set. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to try the Plow Jockey. I don't know, man. That was pretty neat. We looked at the Plow Jockey. I just think that double bucktail reverse cowgirl thing, that thing was crazy. It looked like it had all kinds of stuff going on, man. That might end up getting me just bit by a bunch of gar down here, though. You know, that's the only thing is we've got those big Florida pike and we've got the gar. And those kinds of baits, man, they draw those gars, buddy. They'll bring them out. You know, they'll come and search on that thing. And if it swims across their path, they will grab it. And that's going to be a lot of fun because you're going to end up hooking them with them trebles. Woo, that is a party in its own. Yeah, I couldn't get into those ARS titaniums, Mark. I didn't try. I had a pair, man. The spring went out on me, bud, and I was done. I was like, these are brand new. I got all upset, man. You know how that goes, bud. Because you don't want to spend your whole. You just let it do its work. For those of you that know, let them do their work. Scissors. Just remember, if you're ever going to get into any type of craft or hobbying, have good scissors because you're going to do a lot of cutting. That's what I will tell you. All right, let's see what Cybonut says. He said he used a salmon glow spoon. Oh, we're checking it out. Oh, my God. All right, salmon glow spoon. All right, there it is. Oh, yeah, the big blades. All right, here, I'll let you guys check it out. We'll do this. All right, here we go. Which one? Which one do you think? Let's do a trolling spoon or a big silver minnows? Oh, that's a jig. It's for jigging and trolling, huh? Looky here, guys. We're going to do this together. Oh, I see this thing's getting all jacked up. I moved everything. I moved my seat today. It was a terrible idea. Everything's all jacked up. You can't see this thing. There it is. All right, let me move this. We'll put it up here. All right, there it is, you guys. A big spoon with a treble hook, man. Those are great for just trolling along and stuff. Now, let me ask you something, Cybonut. You weren't throwing that thing, were you? You were just trolling along. Look at that. He caught a 25-pound. Yeah, trolling. Yeah, that's what I figured. Because salmon are a moving fish, man. The odds of you casting into a salmon, you know what I mean? You got to be realistic, man. You could spend all day out on the boat. You really could. You could spend, you could spend damn near your whole life on the boat and not end up landing one of those fish. Because them are some big fish. So, nonetheless, man, that was not going to be easy to do. It says I even try the little glow sticks for bait. Now, Rob, that's an interesting. We haven't even got into hacks, man. I was thinking about doing one on hacks tonight, but I had a bunch of updates for the software and stuff, and I wanted to make sure all the cameras were working. Again, you know, this becomes the party. I haven't had a chance to check the big lights yet in the dark, so now that I've done that, I know that I can keep those side ones off unless I'm filming something or I'm doing something fun like the intro when I come in. So, you know. You live and you learn. I stick with little rattles and stuff. I don't fish too much at night, so I don't think a glow stick would do me not much good unless you were fishing like way down in the deep darks. You know, if you got where light isn't visible anymore, and some of those northern lakes, they have those. They have those. But guys, one of the things I want to tell you. This is what I learned from the last Instapoga trip. Regardless of how favorite that bait is for you, don't be afraid to cut the line. And if you start cutting lines and nothing happens, it's just not your day. You know, we've talked about it many times. The South Florida lakes, I think anywhere south of like Lake Kissimmee is post, what is it? What did I want to say? Frontal. Post frontal, because we were pre-frontal. We were right before the rain. That whole day we were set for pre-frontal. We had like a 55% or 56% chance of rain on that day, and it said it like starting at 11 o'clock. So pretty much our whole day was leading up to a pre-frontal pressure change at like from 10, maybe 10:30, 11, right on until like 4:30, 5 o'clock when we left out, and I noticed we got some rain on my ride out. So I think the South Florida lakes are more post-frontal, because if it would have rained, I'm sure the bite would have been fire. But like up here on the Harris chain, one thing I've noticed is that if I go out post-frontal, it's not, I don't catch fish post-frontal. After it's rained, I got nothing. Now you get me out there pre-frontal, and that pressure build up, that pressure change on the pre-frontal side where you can physically feel the rain begin to set in, that seems to be the moment here, boy. I mean, we've caught some fish on that moment, but once that rain sets in, it kind of becomes a washout for us northern lakes. As to where the southern lakes, I've seen the bait, I've seen the lake turn on. We've fished through some pretty good rains down there on the South Lakes, and I've seen some fish come through on those, boys and girls. I really have. I want to show you guys something, though, before I go. This is one of the things, guys, that I found. I figured this would be a good little cap if you guys haven't seen this, and why I talk about if you only have one bait, you know, what would it be and why would you throw it? I fished my very first Cabela's tournament. Well, this wasn't the Cabela's tournament. This was an open tournament that we did down here, but it was a pretty big turnout. I caught my first 7+ on that lake. And I filmed a little funny. Hold on. I want to lock into something that's got me talking about. Okay. Get the net. Oh my goodness. Okay, we get that back now. Hold on, you guys. Let's do this. Let's go here. Let's go here. All right. No. Let's go here. Here it is. All right, you guys, hold on. This trolling motor's only got 3 today. Some days it's got... Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. One of my favorite chatterbait days. This trolling motor's only got 3 today. Some days it's got 2, some days it's got 1, some days it just doesn't work. But today we're rolling 3. Fish on. Good one, Patty. Good one, Patty. That net, Patty, quick. I got a big one. Oh. Got it. I'm not kidding you, bud. I got a big one. Bring it. Oh, Patty. Got a big drum. I got a good one, Patty. 7.41, you guys, for my very first tournament weighed in fish, you guys. 7.41 pounds. I got to take the stand on that one. That was pretty exciting. That was pretty exciting, you guys. That was a moment to remember. All right, we get out of there. Yeah, so like I said, that's ever since that, man, that has been my go-to bait. That has been it, you guys. That's been the one. Whenever I need it, that thing seems to pull it in there for me. I caught some big fishes in the rain. Like I said, Rod, Florida's weird for pre-frontal and post-frontal. Thanks, Cybo Nut. Appreciate that. Wheel chocks for your truck so you don't go fishing too when you drop your boat in the water. Yeah. Yeah, wheel chucks is a big deal. Down here, we got parking brakes. Our ramps aren't too bad. You know, you'll know if you need to do something like that. You'll need to, you know, if you do need to do wheel chucks, you'll know. you'll know. Now, there's a couple lakes where I know that I get real nervous when it comes to the old parking brakes, because, boy, it'll stress them parking brakes right out, even when your car in park. Some of these angles on some of these places we go fishing, Kenansville is like the worst ramp in the world. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. I watch Buddy pull his trailer on there every time. There's nothing you can do about it. Even if you try to come down it sideways, sometimes you can't get that cut back because the way the ramp is so narrow. But yeah, guys, just to give you an idea, if you had one thing to throw, like, what is your bait? What is your confidence bait? Make it happen. Make it happen. We spent all day fishing. We didn't catch no fish until all of a sudden that moment when I hit on that, and then it was fish and fish and fish. We still only had 3 legals out of 7, so that didn't help. I caught some dinks after that, but it wasn't the tournament that we took. I think we took 11th out of 76 boats, I think, were in that tournament, and we took 11th, so we didn't break a top 10. There was no recognition for us, man. My goal was to put us in the top 3 on a pontoon boat with all them big money bass boat guys. Oh, they'd have been big pissed off if they got beat by 2 dudes on a pontoon boat. That would have been a great partners. It was a team tournament, so that would have been epic, dude. Some of them boys came back with big bags, though. They came in, I think the winner of that tournament was like 32 pounds, which was crazy, but I guess he was like, it's a whole Harris chain tournament, so he was like 3 lakes away. I think he was fishing all the way up in Griffin, so he had like a 35-45 minute run each way. But nonetheless, guys, listen, I appreciate you guys hanging out and letting all the bugs flow and making the party happen. I appreciate you guys, showing up and hanging out. So until next time, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. We'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.